Ag Alumni Association. And it is with great pleasure we invite Barry Eidson to the stage to accept the 2019 Larry Fisher Ag Education Award. Ladies and gentlemen, will you join me in congratulating Barry on his outstanding accomplishments? Barry Eidson is a retired agriculture teacher after 30 years at Payson Seymour. He feels that the keys to the successful agriculture program at Payson were being able to adapt to change, being flexible with teaching methods, and being willing to try new class activities. Over 33 years, Barry saw the program change to include a majority of non-traditional students, and the tremendous increase in technology and computers. Barry feels very grateful to have worked with many outstanding teachers. Section 11, Section 13.
Being the teacher here, I know how to cheat. And to think I taught public speaking in my classes, oh my. What a thrill and honor it is to be named the Quincy Chamber of Commerce 2019 Larry Fisher Ag Educator of the Year. My sincere thanks goes to the Quincy Chamber and the John Wood Community College Ag alumni, as they recognize that tremendous value of all facets of agriculture to this Quincy community. I would also like to thank the Quincy Herald-Whig for the outstanding farm and field publication, and special thanks to Deborah for the fine articles about all of the winners. And also, again, our major sponsors for tonight's event. It's truly been a joy. I'd also like to introduce my table guests. First of all, the family that nominated me, Rob and Teresa Tedrow. Rob's my boss in the harvest season. I come and help him run the grain cart and the semi, so it gets me back in the field again, so to speak. Teresa's family was one of the first ones I got to know when I was as a beginning teacher, and had her two brothers in class, and the family is just very supportive. My partners in crime growing up and my training crew is my two brothers, Brian and Bruce. We could tell stories all night about each other, but we're not going to. It's that family thing. And I have three of my four daughters here tonight. I have my youngest daughter, Cassie, my daughter, Annette, and my oldest daughter, Tracy, and my 3-month-old granddaughter, who's been a blessing to have tonight. Knowing I was going to have this opportunity to speak, I struggled with the words, should I do advice, should I do wisdom? And those of you who have been in an ag program know the owl is supposed to be wise. Well, you can debate that. But I think you might enjoy some of the things that I have heard over the years that had an impact on me as a teacher and FFA advisor. And I do have a few former students sitting out here, and they're probably wondering, hope he doesn't tell one about me. So, but this first one is about someone sitting in this audience. Something you would never hear probably in today's classroom. But I do remember early in my teaching career, I had two senior boys sitting in the back of classroom in my ag business class, and they were looking pretty cocky, you know how it would be as a senior boy. It was at the end of class, and we'd finished our ag management problem for the day. Then one of them states, "Mr. Eidson, we don't think you can give us a problem we can't handle." You don't hear challenges from students coming to their teachers, but I was young. I took it, says, okay, I got to up my game. Well, that was motivation for me. I accepted that challenge and then created a curriculum that those current students that made the challenge, they benefited from greatly. But you have to think how many times the students after that also benefited from the challenges that those two boys made. Yes, it was you, Tim, and you can say that to George if you ever see him. I remember the screams of the all-freshman girls Payson FFA Amazing Race team that beat the senior boys. It was in a tiebreaker where they had to find a can of my favorite Mountain Dew buried in 10 tons of sand in my ag shop during FFA week. The girls found it before the boys. And you realize no matter what your odds are, you just never give up. I believe that the sights and sounds of the National FFA Convention, if you've ever been there, can be the most influential event any FFA member or person can experience. Imagine this with me, because it's true. 25,000 FFA members cheering louder than any professional sporting event ever as their national officer team takes the stage for opening ceremonies. And then a few minutes later, be in total silence and respect as a former national officer gives an opening prayer to God to bless the convention and all of the FFA members in attendance. This is why the FFA is the absolute best student organization. Sometimes amazing things just happen. I remember two wide-eyed freshman girls. They were sitting by each other in my ag class, and it was the first day, and they were so anxious. They were so eager to begin their FFA journey. Now fast forward that. 5 years later, countless FFA events, countless activities. And there they are again, sitting by each other. But this time, it's in Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana at the National Convention. They're sitting in the Illinois FFA group in alphabetical order. Olivia Edwards, Tracy Eidson, sitting by each other again, getting their American FFA degree. Best friends. And sometimes there's just no words. Tears of joy and pride as your daughter comes off the stage after being named the National FFA Creed Speaking Champion. If you have passion for what you do, this is what happens. My experiences as an ag teacher have been absolutely incredible. The events, the contests, the record books, the interviews, the speeches, the trips, the lessons, the friends, the FFA members. But in many ways, I consider myself a farmer, just like many of you. I had the opportunity to sow the seeds of promise, adventure, hope, and challenge in my students. I cultivated their skills and abilities in agriculture and leadership. I harvested their talents and showed them through contests and events. And I helped them market themselves and promote themselves into their future. Thanks again for this wonderful award. I had a long trip back memory lane getting the photos ready and just thinking of all the students. I do have a roster of every year, and I could probably have a story about each and every one of them. Ag teachers are special people. They take that job as a career and a lifetime, and you hear people, they talk to you. Sometimes they don't remember your name, but, oh, you're the ag teacher. So it becomes a second nature to you. I encourage you to continue to promote all the facets of agriculture, educate everyone on how important this industry is. Thanks again for this honor. Thanks for the opportunity to share some thoughts, and may God bless you even more. Thanks again.